Grumbling doesn't seem like a serious sin. I mean, it doesn't carry the obvious weight of theft or adultery or even abuse. It slips into conversations unnoticed. Just a sigh here, a complaint there, maybe a sarcastic jab wrapped in humor. But the Bible treats grumbling with sober seriousness. In Philippians 2:14, Paul writes, "Do all things without grumbling or disputing." In 1 Corinthians 10, Paul points to Israel's complaints in the wilderness as one of the very sins that brought God's judgment. Why? Because grumbling isn't just about bad moods or preferences. It's about the posture of the heart toward God. At its root, grumbling is a form of accusation. It implies that sovereign God is not doing enough, that his providence is flawed, that his timing is off, and that his care is insufficient. It's not just frustration with circumstances, it is suspicion toward the one who ordained the circumstances. Even when our words are aimed at people, the real target is often the Lord. Why did you, Lord, allow this? Why is my life harder than theirs? Why now? Left unchecked, grumbling grows into cynicism, and cynicism corrodes gratitude, humility, and joy. Grumbling is also contagious. It shapes the atmosphere of a home, a workplace, a church. It doesn't build, it erodes. It doesn't unify, it divides. It feeds pride, it fosters entitlement, and makes the trials of life seem bigger than the presence of God. It shifts our gaze downward toward what's wrong, what's missing, what's frustrating, instead of upward toward who God is and what he is doing through the trial. Contrast this with the call of 1 Thessalonians 5:18. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. Gratitude and grumbling cannot coexist. One flows from trust, the other from distrust. One sees God's hand in every detail, the other questions whether his hand is good. Gratitude says, Lord, I don't understand this, but I know that you're wise. Grumbling says, if I were in charge, this wouldn't be happening. To address grumbling, you must start with the person's thoughts. What assumptions are they making about God when life is inconvenient, too slow, too painful? Are they interpreting their circumstances through the lens of entitlement or the lens of God's refining grace? If the latter, then even discomfort becomes meaningful. You begin to see interruptions as invitations to trust. Trials become tools for transformation, and discomfort as a platform for displaying Christ. And so today, examine your speech. What kind of things do you habitually mutter under your breath, rehearse in your mind, or share with others under the guise of just being real? Are those words evidence of a heart at rest in Christ, or a heart that is subtly resisting Christ? Replace grumbling with gratitude, not manufactured positivity, but true thanksgiving rooted in faith. Christ endured the cross without complaint so that we could receive grace in our daily frustrations. That's reason enough to give thanks, even when life doesn't seem easy.